Relating to the pandemic of the new coronavirus are increasingly discussing how to survive quarantine and self-isolation. Experts advise residents of cities affected by the disease to spend less time in public places and to stay in their homes if possible. After coming from Italy and other countries, where there are many cases of infection, you are obliged to sit at home for 2 weeks. Such a decree was issued by the different authorities, and many companies have already transferred employees to remote regime as prevention. In fact, this raises the question, what to do in home detention in order not to lose time for nothing and not to fall in spirit? We have collected some ideas of useful and fun activities. We hope the new coronavirus will soon be defeated, and this list will be useful to you for the usual home weekend. Pump over the beauty skills for sure in your cosmetics. There are many interesting pieces that you do not use. It is time to make an audit, postpone excess and master what long ago wanted. Turn on any looking beauty tutor and get into it, when still you will have so much free time to learn to draw a fake art like Grimes or make a manicure no worse than a saloon. You can improve the art of drawing on your face almost indefinitely. The main thing is to make sure that you have enough means to remove makeup. Wash windows. Cleaning and reorganizing things is the most useful and obvious occupation for home detention. But even in the cleanest and most organized houses, windows often remain dusty and poured, at least because most of the year in some places it is impossible to clean them, avoiding frostbite. However, it appears that the peak of the pandemic will have to be for warm months, then there is no reason to spend a couple of hours cleaning the chairs to then observe the world without distortion. Additional points, for washing curtains, which also successfully accumulate dust and dirt from the street. Check up your closet. Another useful and investment-free occupation that you can spend long hours after is a wardrobe review. If you haven't shaken your clothes in a long time, put it into thematic heaps. For example, leave, swap, sell, give to charity. Perhaps it's time to finally sew the missing buttons and make other minor repairs that you can handle on your own. Another nice way to spend time with clothes is to play stylist and try to make up interesting kits with something that has been sat on the shelf for a long time, or, on the contrary, with the favorite things you wear every day. To fix the effect, take a picture of what happened and save it in a separate folder on your phone, so choosing an outfit in the morning will take minutes. Try fitness on demand or online training. Diseases associated with a sedentary lifestyle have long been called an invisible epidemic, and although walking around 10,000 steps around the apartment is unlikely to succeed, you can still try not to lie and not sit. Put one of the applications for home training on your phone, try to do different exercises every day from YouTube, or compete with your friends online, who will stay longer in the bar or push out more times. Of course, not taking the competition too seriously. Your task is not to get hurt, but just to move. Make a video call session the opportunity to talk on Skype, Zoom or FaceTime with a friend to a person who is far away is one of the greatest achievements of mankind. True, in ordinary life we use it not so often, because we flee somewhere or prefer correspondence. Since you are sitting at home, have a video meeting with your grandmother, a friend from another country, or even a girlfriend who lives in a neighboring house. Remember how the heroines of the series Broad City endlessly chatting with each other while doing different things at the same time? You can try the same. Experiment with food. No one bothers you to order delivery, but if you wish, food during isolation can be turned into entertainment and even challenge. Try to study your stocks and come up with a dish from what was lying on the shelves or in the refrigerator. At the same time, you can check the expiration dates and throw away everything that already looks more like biological weapons than food. Analyze your spending. No matter how much you earn, the lack of a system and the ability to manage finances wisely can play a trick on you sooner or later. If you are not very good with financial discipline, we suggest spending free hours at home on your future welfare. You can start by taking into account spending over the past months or weeks. Where did half of the salary go? Setting up auto payments for monthly expenses, opening a smart account for saving, or setting a nice goal, for example, saving up for a vacation. The main thing is to be realistic and then not to deviate from the chosen course. Read books and articles that have been put off for later. Surely you have paper books that you bought but did not read. We suggest not buying a new fashionable novel, but engaging in what you already have. The same thing with articles. Many of us have applications like Pocket or Kindle that we put off there in the hope of reading sometime later. Since you are locked up at home, you can do it. Try meditation. Quarantine can be a good opportunity to remain silent and begin to meditate. You can do this on your own or with a guided meditation application. These usually have a free trial period, during which you can decide whether to buy the full version. One of the simple meditation options that many have tried in a fitness yoga class is a body scan. You need to lie on your back, close your eyes and alternately focus on different parts of the body, sliding attention from the crown to the toes, or vice versa. Watch a recording of a good concert or performance, an alternative to watching a series drunkenly, which will help you spend a more elegant time. Since you can't go to a concert or a theater, take advantage of the magical possibilities of the internet. You can watch at least the production of the Vienna Opera, at least the Beyoncé concert, at least Swan Lake in the avant-garde production of Matthew Bourne. Look for what you want on the streaming services, on the expanses of YouTube or Netflix. If you wish, you can even dress up as if you are actually going to the theater. Get nap even if you work the same number of hours. Now you do not need to spend time on the road, and, what is already there, on choosing clothes and laying in the morning. Use quarantine to get up later and go to bed early. This is not the only way to cope with evening boredom, but it is definitely one of the most useful. Snoozing for an hour in the afternoon is also an option. In 2 weeks you will have a good rest. Stay healthy and peacefully. If you share housing with others, family or just neighbors, allocate responsibilities for this period. It is important that everyone keep order and cleanliness at the same time, or in turn, it's up to you. It is worth talking about the fact that the situation is not simple and a constant joint stay can easily lead to irritability. Quarantine does not mean that those who find themselves in the same apartment will have to constantly communicate and entertain each other. Do not forget about personal boundaries and interests. On the other hand, you can try together to do something other than watching TV shows, for example, cooking, playing board games or chess extracted from the mezzanine.